David, this has been quite a ride. I'm telling you, our paths have just connected in so many different ways. As of 35 years ago, the first connection, when you guys, you needed a place to stay.
Yeah, what's funny, 35 years of Megadeth, and me and Dave have always told everybody in interviews, how poor and broke and homeless we were, and you can confirm just how poor, broke, and homeless we were. You were the place of refuge many times for us to just hang out and just kind of kick back and have a place to be. And yeah, here we are all these years later, putting coffee in your desserts. And
it's a miracle for me. I'm telling you, it's just so incredible. I get an email from you, December 31st. Let's make 2018 a great year. Like to co-produce coffee, Ellefson coffee beans with Sarah's Organic Gourmet desserts. And I'm like, wow, I got this.
We needed desserts, you know what I mean? You can't have just, sometimes you can just drink coffee, but it's nice to go with something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's funny is I've kind of learned the coffee tasting process with sampling beans and meeting with different roasters and stuff. One experience I had in particular, they had the kind of coffee 1, 2, and 3, and I tasted it without any cream. I normally kind of like a little cream in my coffee, and so 1 I did not like, 2 was pretty good, 3 was awesome. Then I put cream in it. 1 was amazing, 2 was still good, 3 was horrible, right? And it was just amazing how just something as subtle as just putting a little bit of milk in the coffee changed it. And it was with a chef friend of mine, so he was explaining, like, look, as a chef, when we match foods, when we match either liqueur, alcohols, or coffees and things around desserts and different things for the palate, how important it is for taste matching that. And that was just back in December, right? So I had this kind of, again, you can learn something new every day if you show up, I guess, right? So just having that experience, so it's really made me more aware of what you're doing when you're putting our coffee in here. Also, what dessert goes well with the different, the 5 different roasts of coffee that we have.
Thank you so much. I'm really enjoying this whole, experience of taking the coffee beans and experimenting with how they match up with the desserts that I'm working on. Besides the organic cheesecakes, we also have the biscotti, and I have 2 other ideas coming down the line that I want to roll out, which would be a mocha espresso brownie.
I'm good with that.
And also some chocolate truffles with infused with. There it is.
Yeah, what is this? Fill me in.
So
that's what happens in NAMM. You spitball ideas and you come to market with all kinds of
stuff. Exactly. Right. I'm thinking about what else. We got some truffles that I got. I'm gonna do some cracked coffee beans on top, dipped in chocolate, and then the brownies. I said, you know what? Who doesn't love brownies?
Yes.
And who is gonna love them more with that coffee espresso infused right in them? So I'm thinking that might be a good idea.
And one of the things that you're really good at that I like is with the raw, vegan, organic thing. Because more than ever, there's a time for this. Used to be like the sickest looking people were always in the health food store, which is ironic, right? But now more than ever, and you're really kind of right on the pulse of this is having all of these things, because people are much more aware of what they're eating. I've noticed it as I leave America and travel around the world, how much better the food is. The food sources are better. They're not full of all of the additives and a whole ingredient list of things you can't read. As I was told, if you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't be eating it.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So it's nice that having this stuff. So we're glad to be partnering with you and making things that are not only taste good to the palate, but are also good for the body.
And that's been my passion, is to take ingredients that are quote unquote healthy and make them taste amazing. And I'm really getting a great feedback from that. Everybody is telling me that does not taste like healthy, and it tastes like something from the top line high-end restaurant. And I'm really, I'm just really loving that I can do something that I love to do and also nurture people, which is how we always came together.
You're defying the adage that if it tastes good, spit it out, right? In order to keep your body and your physique in good shape, because that used to be kind of the diet motif. If it tastes good, spit it out. It's but you're making things that taste great, they're good for you, Thank you for putting our coffee in there. We appreciate it.
And you're giving me a tremendous opportunity to reach so many people that I would not have reached with this connection. And so I'm so thankful that we're doing this together.
Yes, thank you.